You are officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Incense and Common Sense, the um, live streams we do here on the Alert Zone TV. I know this is a pop up. Usually, I give you guys and you girls a notification so you can tune in. But with that being said, shout out to everybody because this is the worldwide movement. We got Pause and Play, and we got Trenton Miller. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know this is an impromptu live, but we're gonna do some discussion here. I'm gonna try not to keep y'all too long because I'm getting the program together. I am gonna do Midday Mania, and you do not want to miss Midday Mania today. It's gonna cover a variety of topics, and it's all two-way related. It's just more than you think it is. So definitely, you want to set your stuff for noon, and I will do my best to be on time this time. I don't want to have to cancel the program or nothing like that. I've had to do that a couple of times. I don't like that. So give everybody a minute to get up in here. And when we talk about the 2A, there's just some areas I think I need to give more attention to because they just as 2A relevant as people think. When we think about the 2A in America, we think about protecting ourselves from criminals. But so with that being said, make sure you hit the likes button when you come in. Make sure you subscribe. If you're going on a long trip, why don't you consider putting this channel on your playlist? And just, you don't have to always look at the information to tune into it. Sometime, I know when I'm presenting firearms, it's a little bit different, but turn on some of the lives, turn on some of the videos that we posted on this channel. Just set your playlist on YouTube and just listen to us chit chat here and get a knowledge out that I know people need. Some of us just need to rehear it. Sometimes people may not know, so consider that. I appreciate you, bro. 1,000 for subbing and liking. And view it. Like I said, the channel is growing. We're 2,400 strong. We're trying to get that extra 100 in and get to that 2,500 mark. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Pause and Play. Shout out to Dexter Norman. Because that guy, if you do Second Amendment content and you see a name Dexter Norman in your comment section, make sure you respond to that guy, man. That guy, he supports everybody. Oh, no, man. The only thing good, man, just gonna talk about something here that I think is very important. Since I got some time off, since I'm look like I'm gonna go out later today in the morning or what have you, so let's go ahead on and get to work. Trying to keep good content coming out. But when I say shout out to the Alert Zone TV and shout out to GunTube, I mean the people that tune into this also. It's not just the creators. If it was just the creators, we would be a bunch of loud mouths and people be saying what the hell they talking about. Nobody caring about guns like that and what have you. So definitely without you guys, there ain't us. Shout out to Dr. T. By the way, Dr. T, I'll show it on Midday Mania. I got that gift you sent me. I appreciate that. Go subscribe to Dr. T channel too. All right, we got a shout out to King Pitbull 422. Shout out to you for tuning in. We appreciate you coming through. I appreciate everybody that come through here, man. Like I said, it's just the nutritious channel here. This is not the what I call hamburger, french fry, and fried shrimp channel. This is the nutritious channel. This is the cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. You may not be excited to see me. You might even have to hold your breath to try it. But you definitely want to follow. Yep. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Dr. T, was one of the first giveaways. She won one of the first giveaways that I did on this channel. So we already at the 5 minute mark. Let me shout a couple channels out before I get going. First off, shout out to my brother Eyes and Ears Tactical. Oh, okay, okay. Man, I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry about you having to put your dog down, man. I know the feeling. I had a beagle for several years. Everybody in the house became adults pretty much, and nobody had time for him, and we wind up giving him to a family. And uh, okay, okay. So I know the feeling. Shout out to Eyes and Ears Tactical for the incinerator. My brother Well Dressed Tactical, Guns and Journey, Dr. T, She Shoots, Summer Fires, T Electric, Gun Freak Nation, uh, a host of others, a regular gun guy, all if I left you out, don't. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So, you guys and girls can see, this is my concealed carry permit from Iowa. Uh, this is also my hunting permit. It has the hunting habitat on it, and it has the trout stamp. If you notice, I don't have a turkey or a deer on there just yet because they're out of season right now. And the reason that I'm doing this, all right, we got White Rambo in the building, Jason. Shout out to you. The reason I'm doing this video and doing it live is I was watching Louisiana Law the other day. Sometimes I watch these reality shows not for the drama, because you can learn a lot from these reality shows. And I don't mean like love and hip hop and all. I'm talking about like parking wars, Northwoods Law, Texas law, Louisiana law, stuff like that. If you look beyond the drama, you can learn a lot of things you may or may not have known. And it helps you in your everyday life. So I was watching Louisiana law, me being a native New Orleanian, and I saw some things that made me want to do this. So understanding, because the 2A also covers hunters. And I think a lot of us don't give hunting the attention, because some people think that, well, if I'm a 2A content creator, if I mention hunting, all right, Dr. T, we got a celebrity in the house. Dr. T, salute out to you. We don't talk about hunting because people have put it in our minds that if you bring hunting into the Second Amendment, that's two different things, and it's not. You have to have the permission or the privilege to have licensing to be able to hunt with firearms. Felons cannot go out in the woods and hunt with guns. So this is why this is 2A related, and I'm not an avid hunter like I should be. I got my equipment. I'm gonna make time to go out in the woods. I really am. But with that being said, I was watching Louisiana Law. I'm sorry, and I was just watching them, and they was talking about the different birds. So I've been turkey hunting out here in Iowa. I haven't got into the migratory birds for a reason. I don't know enough about them. It takes a little bit of education when it comes to these birds, and I'm gonna tell you why. One bird can look like another one. You gotta know what's in season, what's out of season. And then your licensing. I saw where a guy had a federal duck stamp, but he didn't have a Louisiana duck stamp, so they took his ducks and they cited him for that. For those of you who don't know, when you go to places that sell hunting license and things, they give out every year, there's like a pamphlet or a little booklet of what season is this, it gives the dates, the times and all that. what you can and can't hunt during this time of the season and what you can hunt year round. It's very important that you understand what you're shooting at because we talk about self-defense and all that, but it is very, very, very uh imperative that you understand this is in season. I can shoot this. I can shoot that. Like we have a bird here in Iowa called a pheasant. Pheasant is a big thing here. I know for a while I think they had stopped or slowed the hunting down and give them a chance to replenish. But a lot of people hunt pheasant here. There's even a banquet here in town. I've never been, but the Pheasant Forever banquet. And it just made me think of a pheasant is something I can look at and know what it is. Some of these other goose and geese that they have here, I mean, something's as simple as one might have a gray breast and the other one having a white one. Something that technical can have you taking an illegal kill. Also, you need to know, depending on where you live, what you can and can't hunt with and what areas. Louisiana, because of the makeup of the state, has a lot of WMAs, wildlife management areas. You have to be very careful because there's two different things. There's public hunting land and then there's wildlife management areas. You got to be careful about where you hunt. We all know about private land. You have to just know, unfortunately, you have to know it. And if you're not sure, go and find out. Yeah, lead shot or steel shot, you have to be very careful and you have to know. Sometime, I'm gonna be honest about Louisiana law enforcement, as bad as a rap as they get, and as bad as I talk about NOPD, some of them off camera are very, very understanding, and they will give you a warning and let you slide. They'll educate you. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes the wildlife and fishery might catch you. They may know you made a serious, you made a mistake. They'll let you know, they'll educate you, to give you a verbal warning, and they'll let you go with your catch. Because at the end of the day, if you're hunting, you're out there hunting to feed your family. I'm not going to tell you every wildlife management officer is out to get you. But still, you need to know the rules. So I live here in Iowa. Yeah, that's good. So this is a 450 Bushmaster. It's a straight wall cartridge. We can hunt with this in Iowa. That's good. That's the constitutional carry working, because we're gonna talk about that at Midday Mania. Make sure y'all can tune into that. You definitely don't want to miss Midday Mania today. But this straight wall cartridge is something we allowed to hunt with in Iowa, because I think this is good anywhere from 300 to 500 yards. I know at 300 yards I've been able to hit bullseyes with it. Now in my home state of Louisiana, I don't know if it's changed. When I did live home, shit, you can hunt with anything that damn shoot. If it took a bullet, you can hunt with it. That's why they call Louisiana Sportsman's Paradise. With that being said, though, it's still imperative that you know what the rules are, where you're going to hunt. If you're going out of state, making sure you have the proper permits is number one. That you have the proper licenses. If you're not sure, just call somebody, call the wildlife management agency or something like that. Because sometimes the people that sell you your license in the store, they don't always know enough about hunting. I think you find more people that are hunter savvy if you go to the smaller places, the little mom and pop shops, and get that, because those people are usually into that more than people that work at the big brand stores. Usually they're just doing a job, and all they know is what you need to get a license. They don't know how to tell you get this, and that. They'll just tell you get the book. So that's yep. Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, this is the mag for my 450 Bushmaster. So I think it holds, four plus one in the chamber. Usually, I have one in the chamber and I have two in the mag. Um, I've been stopped by the Iowa DNR, so I'll tell you guys a story. Tell you guys two stories. Um, the very first time I encountered Iowa DNR out, I was fishing. And here in Marshalltown, they have a thing called the trout release in Sand Lake where they release the trout. Well, when you buy a fishing license here in Iowa, I got the combination fishing and hunting. You got to make sure you get a trout stamp because you got to have a special stamp to take trout in the state of Iowa. Um, so I knew I was going out to that. I had a fishing license, but I didn't have a trout stamp. So that morning I went and got a trout stamp. I went out there, I watched them release the fish. I went into the back of the property. I started fishing, and the DNR guy made his way back there. And, he asked me if I had a fishing license. I said, yeah. I said, before you asked, I have the trout stamp. I went and got it this morning and showed him my receipt. And he went about his business. I watched him make his way back there. So I kind of, well, you guys know, all you got to do is look at me in the state of Iowa. So I just know it was more of a surprise to see me fishing than anything. So that was that. And when the virus hit, I went out to scout, because I wasn't going to pay these overpriced prices in the stores for meat and all that. You had people who don't know how to cook willing to pay $5 and $10 for a bag of rice, and the price of meat and everything shot up through the roof. I said, I got too many guns here. I'll just go out in the woods. I already had my hunting license. So I went scouting and what have you, and I was like, well, if I got to take a deer, I will. I ain't worried about that. And I had my 450 Bushmaster. All right, Perry, good to see you. I had my 450 Bushmaster with me, and I had Big Ugly, my SR 45. Anytime I go out in the woods, I usually take it with me as a sidearm. And sometimes I'll have my little 380 in my pocket. So usually I have about 3 guns on me, and you guys have seen my machete. I have my machete, or I'll have some kind of a knife with me. So I go well equipped. And I was coming through the bushes, and I happened to run into a couple of guys talking to the DNR guy. He checked my license and all that, made sure I had everything, and you know, showed him my concealed carry permit, what have you. So that way he ain't got to walk all the way to his truck. Now I keep my paperwork up to date, and I try and be very conscious of what's going on. I try and be very conscious of following the law just because I don't need the headache. And at the end of the day, if you're going to play the game, play by the rules. When it comes to hunting, fishing, just make sure, but especially hunting, that you have all your licenses and you understand what you can and can't hunt. And you got to understand something. When you go hunting, you're not going to always catch something. You're not going to always be able to take an animal. Sometimes it be hunting season and you don't see nothing. I know a lot of people have the cameras and stuff on the properties that they go and hunt, and they seem to get a little bit lucky. And then sometimes, having the deer stands and what have you, being able to go on private land, all that makes a difference. But I'm just saying, for us as the hunters, make sure you got your paperwork in order. If you're a felon that like to hunt, go out and get you a good bow. Get you a knife and stuff like that. You can have those while you're out there hunting. I'm not going to speak against you for being a felon because I don't know what your story is. All I'm saying is there's guys and girls, you never know when you're going to get stopped. That's the thing. It's better to have what you need and not need it than to don't have what you need and need it when them people stop you. So for us, the whole shotgun thing, just stuff like that, man. Shotguns are very inexpensive. Yeah. Uh, Shotguns are very inexpensive. Um, you can buy you a shotgun with a bird barrel on it already, a slug barrel, a barrel where you can shoot whatever, and buy you one specifically for hunting. My Mossberg 535 is my bird gun. It's specifically for uh, turkey hunting. I haven't decided not to shoot at none of this other stuff just yet, because I haven't learned enough about it. But it's specifically for that, so I don't have to worry. I know when I'm going out in the woods to turkey hunt to grab that and take a sidearm with me, because I don't ever go in the woods without a sidearm because you never know when you're gonna need it. But it's just stuff like that. You guys and you girls, hunting is a part of the Second Amendment because it involves firearms and it involves making sure that you're able to legally possess firearms. So, with that being said, shout out to all the hunters and the fishermen and fisherwomen out there. Um, like I said, if you're gonna go out there, make sure you got all your paperwork together because you just never know when you're gonna get stopped. With that being said, I appreciate y'all tuning in to this impromptu live stream. I'm gonna let y'all get out here and enjoy y'all day. Okay, okay. In some states, you can't have a sidearm while you're hunting. Okay, see, that's why it's good to know the rules. Just things like that, you know. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get out here. I'm gonna finish working on this program for Midday Mania today at 12 noon Central Time. Y'all do not want to miss it. It is going to be a really, really good discussion. It's going to be a discussion we need to have because it's going to show you why you need to be legally armed and how one criminal element changed the world forever. So with that being said, y'all be safe out there. Make sure you set your timers for Midday Mania today. We will be definitely doing a Midday Mania at 12 noon on the dot. Till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay armed. Make sure you got all your proper paperwork, just in case the DNR or whatever stop you. Stay on high alert. We appreciate you.